Alrighty, I thought I'd do a quick live stream tonight. I'm just trying to get caught up on my work that I've got to do. My desk was absolutely trashed. I've cleaned it up pretty good so far. I got more stuff to put away still, but thought I'd just jump on and clean and do some stuff while I am doing some work here. Yeah, so I got so much stuff I'm trying to get caught up with. I've got checks to actually put in the bank. I've got um, more stuff to organize from the day. I've just sent out my invoices, jobs we did today. So I'm just trying to get caught up. We did a job today, a mulching job, hygiene mulching job, and I kind of underquoted that job. I had gone and quoted it, I'd measured it, but I measured how big the gardens were, but I didn't measure for how deep the mulch should be. So I'm probably off by like 6 or 7 bags, I think, of mulch. And yes, I did do bags of mulch with this job because it wasn't a very big garden. I wasn't going to need that much. So, yeah, I'm a little bit not happy with that. I got to go back and finish that job hopefully tomorrow. It is supposed to rain tomorrow, which is not going to be good. I got my guys going out to do lawns again tomorrow, hopefully. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't rain because we have a lot of lawns to do tomorrow, and we have no time to catch them up. So I am hoping it doesn't rain. And oops, I just dropped that. You can get it. It's a tight squeeze. There we go. So I'm just trying to snap my receipts. I use QuickBooks online, and I just snap all my receipts into there so I don't lose them. Then my bookkeeper has them all, which is nice. And then I have to take them and put them in a folder and take it to her as well. So and I just cleaned this desk up, and I just had my favorite Walker pen, and I don't know where I put it now. Of course, see, is it up here? Nope. Of course. Oh, there it is, right there. Favorite Walker pen. It's pretty worn now, but I got this pen when they came up to interview me. So I love this pen. I lost it for a while, and found it. My kids keep on taking it and playing with it, so I got the pen back. This is mine, or is that? That's my stuff there. So yeah, so I'm just trying to get caught up. Got lots of jobs going on. I actually have to email another customer. I have a big, huge dirt job I'm supposed to go do. Did not. I actually just emailed him last night to try and book it in, but he did not respond. So I'm going to email his wife. And maybe his wife will respond. I'll put the link down below if anyone wants to jump up and have a chat with me. I'm just working away, trying to get caught up on some stuff. I got a bag full of money here I got to take to the bank as well. So I will be in a town tomorrow where the bank is. So I'm going to maybe put that money in because there's a lot to be put in there, and I don't want to not get it in there. So I'm just scanning some receipts right now just to get this stuff all cleared up. I got ton of receipts we get for gas and everything else. So I'm just trying to scan that all in. As well today, I met with a virtual assistant. Yes, it's virtual, but I did meet her in person. She's actually from about 15 minutes away from where I live, which is pretty sweet. So I am maybe gonna hire her to do some of this kind of work that I'm doing right now, so I don't have to do it. I've got a lot of stuff I like to offload, like all the back end stuff. Maybe like she can do emails, find out how to do some marketing stuff for me, a whole bunch of other stuff. We talked about a bunch of different stuff, so I may hire her. She's not too expensive, and it will only be probably a couple hours a week, which would be nice. She could collect all my money, or not collect it, but she could go to my emails and just get all the e-transfers and just add them all in for me, so I don't have to do that because I come home at night and that takes up a lot of time doing that as well. So I like to get that off my plate. Is this even my thing? Yeah, that's mine. So that's what I would like to try and do. Get more stuff off my plate so I got more time to do stuff, because busy season right now. I've just been nonstop go, trying to get everything done. And I just have not had time to do anything. I've been so far behind. I've got jobs I need to still do some quotes. I actually went and measured another job tonight for a for what do you call that? For overseeding and a top dressing, I guess that's what it's called. So I went and measured the job for that tonight. Just it's about 5 minutes from my house. So I actually have not done a job like that. So I'm not really sure what's all involved with it. Um, but I'm gonna quote her on it. I need to actually email my or message my guy tomorrow who delivers dirt and find out how much it's going to cost for the dirt before I can actually make the quote for her. And I got to find out, well, I don't know how much grass seed is. Grass seed is not cheap. It's about for the middle is about $170 for the grass seed for a 25 kg bag. Not sure how many pounds that is, but it's a 25 kg bag. It's one of the big bags. So I am probably need one of those bags for the job. Maybe not even, maybe like half a bag of that because it's not a very big lot, but I'll probably put extra amount down just to keep it extra thick for the grass there. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. We are ready to cruise again this year, which is pretty sweet. I had my guys out cutting lawns today. Actually, today is the first day that we're actually cutting lawns, all the lawns, getting them all done. The grass is growing like crazy right now. We actually have cut lawns the last 2 weeks. We didn't cut them all, but we did cut a few of them because a few of them did need to be cut. So we got actually a couple of cuts in for some of our lawns, which was sweet. I like that. Some extra money coming in for that for early season. Saying that, my guys are supposed to go out tomorrow and cut some lawns, or cut a lot of lawns, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I don't know how that's going to go. And we have our one big huge commercial contract tomorrow that the guys had to cut, and it's really long. I was there earlier in the week doing some other work, and it should have been cut last week. So yeah. So anyways, post a link here if anybody wants to come up and join. Go ahead. I will check what checks I have in mail. I get a lot of checks in mail. Right back. I just one. Alrighty, I'm back. So I've only got one check that came in so far this week. Now I did incorporate, so I am now trying to make sure everybody writes me checks to Incorporated or to my LTD, which they have been doing, which is amazing, because I did have to send one check back because I did incorporate before I actually before I got this account, and then for my bank account, I kind of switched my bank account. So if I get any checks that don't say LTD on it, I will not get them cashed apparently. So I'm just working on all that and trying to confirm with everybody and get everybody to get the LTD on the back of the check so that I can get paid, which will be sweet. Somebody else just texted me. I've been getting so many texts lately. I'm so far behind on all my texts and all that. So I'm just working on all that stuff. Oh, actually, my buddy. Let me see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, trying to go to Jobber and get this done. Yeah, so I just try and get everything all caught up. I don't have that much stuff actually. Well, I was gonna say I don't have that much stuff tonight, but actually I do. I'm just my family is gone for the night. My kids had to go to the dentist. They both have cavities, so they've gone down to the city. We changed dentists, so we are not going down to a dentist in the city. So she is taking them down there for tomorrow. Their appointment's tomorrow, I think at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm home alone, which is kind of nice because I can actually kind of concentrate and actually get some stuff done. But we'll see how much we get done. Sorry, I'm just entering a jack. All right. And then I got a big process that I do when I collect money and stuff. I think I can actually refine it better because It just takes me way too long to do this stuff. But if I do hire this virtual assistant girl, then hopefully it will take all this off my plate and I'll have so much more extra time, because when I come home every night, I'm basically just sitting here at my computer for like 3-4 hours at nighttime, and I'm just so tired doing it. Sorry, I'm just trying to write this down, and I'm very messy at writing. I actually should do this on the computer and have the form on the computer, but I just handwrite it all, which kind of sucks because my handwriting is messy, and I cannot even read my own writing half the time. Even when I do take my time, I can't read my writing, which is bad. And then what's today's date? May 7th. So what I do, I'll show you what I do. So I've got this sheet of paper here. Got a sheet of paper here where I've got, the invoice number, the customer, the check, cash, or so the check number, the amount they paid, and the check date. I do all that, and that way I write that down so my bookkeeper has all that as well. But I'm very bad with it. Very, very bad with it. So, hey Ken, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Hey, if you want to come up and have a chat, you can. I'm give you the link. I'm just trying to get caught up on some work. I'm so behind. I cannot keep up. I've got jobs don't even have quoted yet. I'm just so like going crazy right now. Just my family's away for the night, so I'm just trying to get caught up on some stuff because I have no distractions except for I'm distracted by this now. But I'm just trying to get caught up on all this work that I am behind on. It's busy season. I'm a little bit actually frustrated this year. I had a really big year last year for sales, and I'm trying to recreate that this year. Saying that, my last May, I had 2 huge jobs that were pretty crazy. So I need to try and get some more big jobs like that caught up to. Oh, okay, nice. What kind of computer did you buy? New computers are always fun. Actually, I just bought this computer. This is a new MacBook Pro. I bought this last year. I actually need a new one. My other Mac was like from 2017, and it was starting to slow down and not work very good. So I finally decided to get a new computer, and it took me like a year to decide because I was waiting to see when the new Macs were going to come out, and they finally said the new M3s were coming out. So I decided to wait to get that instead of the M2, which was nice. And so far, this computer has been freaking awesome. It's super fast. I love it. Although I'm sure now it's pretty, so I'm sure they got something else even faster out now, but you can never win with that. They always come up with something faster and better like the next week. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to get caught up with work, man. I hope you're busy. I'm trying to fit the jobs, and I got a huge job that I had approved as putting dirt down, putting grass seed on this guy's property, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I emailed him and gave him a date. Oh crap! You know what? I think I just tried to book another lady on that day. I'm gonna have to go and email his wife now and see, because I emailed him yesterday and did not get a response from him, which sucks. So I'm gonna have to go and re-email him, make sure that day is correct, because if I rebook that job, I don't want to rebook because I really want to get that job booked in. I was gonna rent a skid steer or not a skid steer, but what do you call that? Like the little Bobcat with a little loader on it, the stand-on one. I've never used one before, but it's like 27 yards of dirt. So I am done with doing hand bombing and everything. It just sucks doing that crap. So sorry, these checks are not going in. Sometimes, oh come on. Sometimes I do the I don't know if you guys have this in the States as well, but you can take photos of checks on your phone and put them right in the bank. But every time I do it, I have problems with it. It's supposed to be on a dark surface, and I never do it on a dark surface, and half the time it never works. So I have to take like another 3 or 4 photos of it just to make it work. Okay. Nice. I'm so out of touch with computers and like what speeds and all that stuff. But I just wait till the newest thing comes out, just buy the newest, most expensive thing. This stupid check's not gonna go in. Man, see, so in Canada, we have something called e-transfer. So they can send an e-transfer to your email, and it's basically just it's just money. It's money that sends to you, and then you just collect the money. So I've got most of my people like that. I've got a couple people with card on file. Uh, Here in Canada, I don't know how you guys are in the States, but we are now just allowed to actually charge our customer for the credit card fee. So I've only got a couple people that I do card and file with. I should do all card and file if people will do it, but honestly, I love the e-transfers. Checks, the checks I get are just couple of businesses I do. They send me checks. I got one customer always will send me a check. He's this rich guy. I don't know why he sends me checks. I wish he would. I wish he would just e-transfer it to me, but he won't. Um, and this stupid check does not want to go, and it's making me mad. I have to try it again later. But yeah, I don't like checks. I hate doing it this way. It's freaking slow. Um, but at least I can get the check in right away. And before this system, you actually had to go to the bank and put the checks in. So this is actually nice. I can just do it from home now. Um, I'm using Jobber for all my stuff. I don't send any paper. Do I? I don't think I sent. I might send one or two paper bills out. I'm trying to get away from that. I have a commercial account that I was sending the paper bills out to you, but I actually got the property maintenance manager's email, which I was sending her emails before, but I don't know if she was getting it, so I just kept on sending them paper bills. But I'm now gonna send it back to her again. Sometimes with Jobber, people don't get them, and it goes to junk mail or whatever. So makes me nervous when I don't get the bills. But now that company, they used to send me checks, but this year I guess they've switched to the EFT or whatever you call it, like online payment. So they're gonna be sending me electronic payments, which is sweet. So now I don't have to worry about doing that, which is nice because honestly, I hate checks, man. I wish people just do all e-transfers because it's just so much more easier for me. Card on file. I do advertise. I do advertise it when I send my invoices out. I do have a if you want to pay by by credit card, there's a fee for it. I do charge 2.4% fee on it. Can and in my Ontario province, we get charged. Actually, no, Jobber charges 2.9 plus I think 50 or 30 cents per transaction. So I only can charge up to 2.4%, which sucks. I still lose a little bit of money, but at least I'm getting some money out of it. I'm not losing it all now. Honestly, that's why I didn't want to do card and file because I was looking at how much I'd be losing, especially on some big jobs. It's a lot of money I'd be losing out of my pocket. Now I know it's a business expense, but if it's $1,000 job, I think I did $1,000 job once, and they want to pay on my credit card. It's like almost $100 in credit card fees, which to me that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money out of my pocket. So I just hate doing card on file. But now they can charge that processing fee, it's nice. But then I have to go back into their invoice and readjust and calculate the payment fee, which is more work. But at least I can get it back. I'm just gonna try and read what you wrote here quickly. Uh, okay, nice. So you charge after each service. You don't bill monthly because I bill monthly. I really should do after each service, but it's just a lot of work. If I did that, I'd be getting thousands and thousands of transfers and more work for me. I just don't have that time to do that. Nice, sweet action. I've never been to Maine before. Actually, we were down in Pennsylvania in the wintertime. We went to the Great Wolf Lodge in Pennsylvania in the Poconos. It's pretty nice down there. I've never been down there, so we were down there. It was pretty sweet. Hey, doggy, what's up? Hey, you want to come up and chat? Here, I'll send an invite. I'm getting distracted now. I should be doing work, but I'm like, screw it. Let's do this and see what's going on with everybody. Man, we've had a lot of rain lately. Last week we did so much rain. It was insane. It's been so bad here. Um, it's now it's not rain, but it is now supposed to rain again tomorrow. I think they're calling for thunder showers and crap, which we've got. This is our first week doing all our lawns, so we are going to be in trouble because it's the long weekend this week. Is it the long weekend? No, it's next week. This is Mother's Day, but everybody comes up for this weekend, so I want to try and get all the lawns caught up. So it says rain starts in the next 3 hours. So let's see for tomorrow. That's my rain, like 5 to 10 millimeters for tomorrow. I don't know what you guys do, but in Canada we do millimeters. That's a lot of rain, 5 to 10 millimeters. I'm hoping it doesn't do that because I need to get these lawns cut, and I've got all these other jobs booked. So I've got a lawn crew that goes out and does the lawns for me, which is sweet. I got 4 guys doing that, and then I've got me and another girl right now going and doing all the other work right now, and I've got another guy starting on the 13th. I was actually supposed to have another guy working with me by now, but big long story, but I ended up firing him on training day, so I had to find somebody else quickly. So he's starting on the 13th, which is nice. Per invoice per job. Nice. See, I should do that, but I don't know. I think one customer that wants me to charge them every single time, which I mean, I would love to do that with every customer, because then you get way more way more, hey, what's up, doggy?
What's up, Scotty? How you doing, buddy?
I'm freaking exhausted. I'm just
Same
going
here.
crazy. I can't keep
Yeah.
up with it. Got
I'm
quotes to do, and I can't get them done, and
oh yeah.
fine. And I'm actually looking at hiring a virtual assistant. I went and met with her today to try and do all my back end work, like all my collecting my e-transfers and doing emails, like reorganizing my emails so it's more efficient for me and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking at hiring her maybe, because I can't keep up with this. Like this whole last week, I came home from work and I was like 4 or 5 hours still doing work on computer, trying to get
I
caught
get
up.
it.
Still not caught up. Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Ken? I had to see I went back and read the comments real quick.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
hard to read comments and keep up with it all.
So Scotty, Laura takes care of all that for us.
Does she?
She does all the back end. She does all the banking, billing,
Nice.
phone calls, all that. She takes care of everything. Scheduling. Well, we get together on a schedule. She's like, we get a new one. She's like, where do you want it? We'll put it in here, But
Nice.
she prints off all the daily sheets for both crews, the routing, everything, and that takes a lot of time.
It does. You don't use a CRM, do you, like Job or anything? You just write your
No, she made her own.
Oh man, it saves. Like before Jobber, actually, I don't know if I have my book. I saved them all, or maybe I threw some out. I used to do. Was this one here? Yeah, this is what I used to use. Day timer. This is what I would do. You use my day timer, write all jobs down. I cannot read my writing, and then every week I would actually start printing it out on my computer, just my list. It took me so much time. And then actually one time I was at a home show. I think you guys call them trade shows down there. I actually lost my book. Started April. I had to go back and remember all the freaking jobs I had booked. So
yeah,
I finally ended up getting Jobber, which has been a lifesaver because it just sets all your jobs up and you just put all your recurring like lawns in there, which is nice. So you don't have to go back every week. Right. So that helps out, especially when you get a lot of lawns. And with me, because I do lawns and all the other work, so now I can have it all together, which is nice. But
she made her own online version that basically is like an Excel spreadsheet is more or less what it is, but as all our clients' contact numbers, informations, and then she also indicates what days we mow on every property, and she can access it from her phone. We do all our billing through Square.
Okay.
Because so she does that. So when we're out mowing, she's on her phone and she's sending out bills and doing all that stuff. So nice. Yeah, she did a good job getting it set up. It took us a while, changing it and getting everything working. We looked into Jobber or any of those other ones. The problem with those is their reporting for tax purposes were not good enough for what we needed. So she built her own that reports all the information. So not only does it have all our clients' schedules, mow dates, it also has all our back end for our taxes. So she clicks a button and it just prints everything off and said it's CPA, it's done.
So what I do, that's the thing I don't like about Jobber. Like it has reports, but it doesn't have what you need in it. So I actually use QuickBooks Online as well. So I stick it all to QuickBooks Online. And then my bookkeeper has it all, and my bookkeeper does all that stuff, so she can see it all and fix it. But yeah, Jobber isn't good for reports and stuff. So I just do that, and it's way better and easier.
So she tied in not to QuickBooks Online. She got the the better version, but she uses QuickBooks for all that stuff
Okay.
too. So yep. Yeah.
Grab a drink water.
I'm not sweeping the garage or the shop. Actually, I haven't even been out there this week because I've been parking the mow trailer here at the house. We've been busy, man, and I haven't driven out to the shop. I don't know what to tell you. And like Monday, so I went out, actually had the trailer at the mow shop. Sunday night, I went and picked it up, brought it to the house. Because Monday morning, my first job Monday morning is 16-acre complex, and it's 1 block from my house.
Oh, wow.
So I drive the mower to the complex. I don't even take the trailer.
Nice.
And that's Monday. And then Tuesday which is today, I had another 6-acre complex and 3-acre complex, and we drove around for those, but we were behind from Monday because we got rained out at 2:00. So,
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
We've got our big complex tomorrow, 31 unit complex to do tomorrow. We were mowing them last year, was the first year doing. We were doing it on Tuesdays, but he wanted it closer to the weekend because that's when all the people come up.
Right.
So I had a bunch of people drop off this year, so I was able to fit them in for Wednesdays. But of course, I was going to rain tomorrow, and their lawn is so long right now, so and I have no time to make any of these lawns up, so I don't know what we're going to do. But saying that, I do have a good crew this year for lawns. So I got 4 guys on lawns, and I'm doing the other work in the other truck. So
Scotty, that's so hard when you're just get so far behind. You're just like, all right, reset, skip all those mows. We're just going to start over.
You know what? I have never actually had that happen to us. We've still actually got everything done.
Yeah, same here.
But I'm still nervous though, because we do Tuesday to Fridays now. So the only day to make up is Monday. But Monday, I stack Mondays full with all the window cleaning and everything else. So everybody is doing that with me. So if they have to make up out on Monday, I'll be screwed for Monday anyways, no matter what now, because now I've got to figure out how to get all this other work done with only people. But it's fun to try and figure it all out and make it work.
Yeah, we're scheduled mowing Monday through Friday. And if we get a rain out, then we have to work Saturday to catch up. So that's how we do it. But we've got, oh man, we're so busy, dude. It's ridiculous.
How many lawns do you have this year?
I'm not going to say publicly. I will. You send me a message and I'll tell you, but I'm not saying publicly.
Okay.
It's a crap ton.
Man, I cannot get any like new people. Like I lost a bunch of people this year, and then I think I picked up maybe like another 3 or 4 new lawns, but I just can't pick lawns up. And I think the problem is like my cousin, she's got a huge lawn care business, and everyone just refers her. Like as soon as someone posts on Facebook who to use for lawn care, it's like use her. So it's like I feel like I just got competition. Like I can't even compete with that. Like, and by the time I see the post, it's already been like said, use her, right? So it's kind of frustrating, and I just don't know how to keep up with getting those lawns like away from her. But saying that, I have picked up some of her lawns because her workers do crappy work. So I've picked up a couple of her lawns over the last couple of years just because customers like say, yeah, they don't do very good work. And I see the work they do. I'm like, I don't know how they do work like that. And like they leave clumps everywhere and all this stuff. And actually her one employee has been working for her for years, and I know her as well. So I said that to her when I'm like you're going to these lawns and you're leaving all the stuff over. Like, why aren't you cleaning that? She's like, we'll figure it out. Well, the only thing you're figuring out is how to lose customers. So but I mean, I don't know. I like the amount of lawns we have. Like I can't add any more lawns right now unless I start a second lawn crew, and I just don't have money to go buy more equipment and a third truck and all this stuff. But my goal is to try and get all my lawns over $100, which is kind of hard to do around here because there's a lot of small cottage lots. So I actually picked up a lot just down the road from me. It's a small freaking lot, like really, really small. Are you kidding me? That is
no, I'm not kidding.
Insane. Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry. I got to get back to where it's supposed to be. That's where we're at right now, Scotty.
Holy frig! And you do that in 1 week?
Yeah.
How many people are you doing that with?
Well, we've got on the main production truck. I got 2 hires. I got a lead guy and a trimmer guy.
Yep.
and they're doing they're doing, what are they doing? They're doing about between 25 and 30 a day.
Wow.
And then I'm doing everything else. Me and Laura. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, and then the other part of that is we picked up a 25-acre contract.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then we got 25 acres to mow.
How many hours are you working in a day?
You're self-employed. You're never off, Scotty. You know that.
No, but I mean, like for the actual mowing, how?
Oh, no, I'm trying to keep it. We're trying to keep both crews under 40 a week, 40 hours a week.
That's not bad for that many lawns.
Yeah, no, and I actually have some room on my schedule still if we wanted to, but we're old, so we really don't want to. But yeah. we're picking up. I don't know. I think we picked up 4 or 5 new ones last week, and so as we get picking up more residential lawns, the other crew's maxed out, so they're having to go on our route, and yeah, that's where we're at right now, big guy.
Why are you picking so many lawns up? Is there like no competition around there, or?
There is one other big company here in town, and myself. And then there's some push mow guys, and yeah, no, I honestly, Scotty, I think it's our quality of work. That's what it is. It's I was reading the comments. Sorry, it's our quality of work. I mean, we're getting more and more people all the time calling me up, say, "Hey, you mow so and so's yard, huh?" We go, "Yeah." And they go, "I want my yard to look just like that." Okay, nice. So and the funny part is we are not the cheapest. We are the most expensive in our area.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of high-end lawns, and it's very noticeable, and people see that, and they're like, "I want that." Okay, we're your people. So nice. Yeah, it's working good, but that's where we're at right now. So
how many do you think you can take on before you're maxed out and you can't do any more, or before you would have to get say another truck?
So if I got Laura out of the truck, which we need to do, I need to pick up, what was the goal? 20 more? Where are we now? 15 more now? Let's say we pick up another 15 to 20 lawns. I'm going to hire another guy.
Nice.
And then he'll be my trimmer guy. Laura's just going to get out of the truck. She don't need to be in. Well, she's filling in right now, but and she's fully capable. I mean, she's an excellent trimmer. Yeah. She just doesn't need to be doing that. She's still doing all the back end work. She's got enough to do as it is. So, yeah. So if I got, let's say, over that number, if you added another 80 on top of that, we'd have 2 crews fully. I mean, we'd be beyond maxed out. Say even 60, I'd have to get a third truck going.
See, I think I'm doing something wrong because I can't pick any lawns up, and I don't know what's going on. And then because I'm in the cottage area, but like I said, my cousin's picking all the lawns up herself. She gets a ton of lawns. I think she's probably around the same amount that you have now. But she ended up buying, I think, 2 other lawn companies, which actually really exploded her. But then I've got another friend over in Peterborough, which is about an hour and 15 away. And it's an actual city. And he was working as a teacher. And he started lawn care part-time, I think, was it last year or the year before? And he picked up quite a few lawns. And then this year, I think last year he went full-time. And then this year he's got I don't know, he's got over 100 lawns. I'm like, how the heck did he do that? But because he's in town, it's easy to pick up that many lawns. Me, I'm in the country. I can't. I'm trying to figure out how to pick more lawns. But what I want, I don't want those small crappy lawns that are bi-weekly. All the bi-weeklies get me a lot of work. I want some of the bigger lots that are more money. And I want the $300 lots, the $250 lots, where I don't have to worry about going to do 5 lawns to make up that one amount for the one lawn we do. So
Scotty, I've always said that the number of lawns that you mow means absolutely nothing when you're comparing them, because my number, let's just say, for instance, I had 300 yards and you had 150 yards.
Yeah.
But if you actually look at them, your 150 could be making more than my 300. It just depends on the sizes of them.
Yeah.
And how much you're getting paid for them.
Yeah.
So it's always been a big controversy on YouTube, but it's hard to compare my area to your area. and it's hard to compare. You know, it's just so hard. I don't go by a number of properties. I go. Matter of fact, honestly, that number that I sent you, Scotty, that's close, but I really don't know because I don't even count the number of properties anymore. I count the amount of monies on each day's schedule.
You know, I've started trying to do that too, only because I need to make a certain amount of money. Like my crew, when I have all my crew, it costs me $720 a day just to have my full crew working. So I need to be making a whack ton of money to actually pay for that crew and actually right. So I was adding my lawns up the other day, and I'm like, oh crap, man! Like I got a lot of small lawns, or not small lawns, but like not high paying lawns, which hurts. Which really hurts. Like my best paying lawn is our commercial lot. This one commercial lot we picked up last year, $1,100 per cut, which is insane, and that pays for the full day plus some, and then all the other lawns we fit in that day as well. But then my other days are like not that great, right? So it kind of evens out. But I wish I could pick up more lots like that. But there's just nothing like that around here, really.
And then the other good part about my area is I'm very high density. So we'll go out. One truck will go out and mow 30 lawns in a day and literally drive 10 miles the whole day, the whole route, 30 lawns. That's it.
See,
10 miles.
Like I've got my routes where I'm trying to do the certain areas where we're close to each other. But like we got this one they call Balsam Lake. It's a huge lake in our area. It's like 5 minutes from me. But we've got a route. We're just driving around the whole friggin' lake, and we've got about, I don't know, maybe 10 lawns around it. I'd like to get more because there's probably close to a couple thousand cottages on the lake, but there's so many companies around here. But I'm slowly starting to get more and more lawns. We actually picked up this one area is called Elysian Fields. It's like the rich place, one of the rich places on the lake. We've got three cottages down there. Plus, we picked up another one just down the next street over, which is nice. So that's nice. But I like to pick up more down there. But there's this company down there that just goes in, just steals it away from little people because they're full service spots. So
Ken, a true story though, he's talking about how dense my route is. I mean, there's several times we literally park the truck and the trailer, and let me see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll mow 5 yards, and we want to move the truck and trailer, and they're all right there. Bang, 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 bang. And then you drive 2 blocks, you park the truck, and you mow 3 or 4 more. Bang, 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 bang.
Did you see Ken's comment?
Yes, I did. That's why I was.
You actually 3 lines at the same time in one string.
That's it. Yeah. So seriously, the trimmer guy just goes from house to house to house. The mower guy goes from house to house to house, and whoever gets done first grabs a blower and goes house to house to house. And a lot of times, if the trimmer guy gets way ahead of the mower guy, he'll grab the other mower off the trailer and he'll start mowing another property. And yeah, man, when you start doing that. When you just got everybody just going as fast as they can, you got 5 houses that add up to 2 acres. You can just crank them out. That's when you're making the big bucks.
Yeah. So you know what I used to do, and I don't know what made me got smart about this, but that same street that I was telling you about, the rich street, I had 2 lawns, and there's one here, and then the next one was just the second door down. Like there's one lawn in the middle, but we didn't do that one. So we cut up one lawn, and then my guys we just stand around until we were all done. Then we moved down to the next one. I'm like, why are we doing this? Why, as soon as the person's done, why not they just start mowing the next lawn? So we're doing that now. So as soon as they're mow that next lawn, that way, by the time the trimmer guy gets there, that lawn's almost a quarter done. And then when the guy comes with another mower. So I'm trying to do that now with all the lawns that we have side by side. As soon as you're done, just go to that next lawn, just get her done because
last year with KJ, we had 1, 2, 3. We had 3 houses, 1 spot, and then a city block away. We had another 2 houses, and he'd trim the 3, and then he grabbed the mower and the trimmer, and he'd drive the mower down to the next 2 while I was finishing up mowing, and he'd have those mowed and almost trimmed before I could blow off and drive the truck down to catch up with them and to blow those off. I mean, we just hop, skip, and jump all day long. Yeah. And it's great for, your monies that are coming through the door hourly increase substantially when your trimmer guy can mow.
Yeah.
and he's a go-getter, and everybody's working, and you just go, and you can just hop, skip, jump all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, you got two people cranking out. I think our route last year, I think we had 36 lawns on one day.
Holy
Two people.
crap.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. So here's a question for you. I've asked a couple people this. So because it's your business, do you ride the mower all day, or do you switch up with your employee and let them ride the mower and you trim as well, or how do you do it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments. I'm a mower guy. I'm too old to trim. I can trim. I'm not very proficient at it. I used to trim all the time when I was solo, Scotty, and that was 5 years ago. But I need more trimmer time to get really good at it. My lead man man, he can trim. Holy crap, he's good. But I don't mind grabbing the trimmer every now and then. My arms aren't in shape for it because I don't do it all the time. But when how can I explain this? When you're smaller and you don't have that many lawns to do, if you're a solo guy, you're trimming and mowing, right?
Yeah.
But as you get bigger and you're doing 30 lawns a day, you get specialized. And so my specialty is mowing. KJ's specialty was trimming, but he could mow as well. But he wouldn't be as perfect as I did it because that's what I do 8 hours a day. You know what I mean? But he'd do well. And so as you get more and more lawns, you get more and more dance, you just kind of stick to your specialty for speed purposes. And for me, that's mowing. I'll flat say right now, and I've said it all along jokingly, I'm telling you right now, ain't nobody can mow like I can mow because I can flat mow. I mean, I'm literally sitting in that seat 1,200 hours a year mowing lawns. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because we have our push mower and we don't use it that often, but I still can out push mow anybody. And I don't know why people can't push mow just as fast as me. Like I'm actually trying to push faster than it can self-propel. But like with the push mower, I can push faster than anybody else. And I see someone, I was like, what are you taking you so long? And then like I'm fast at everything because I did, like you said, like I did it solo for years where I had my wife help me or whatever, but I can bring trim really fast. I miss stuff every now and then. I'm not I'm not going to say I'm the best trimmer, but I can get everything. I trim freaking fast. I just hold in my hand and just walk the line. Mowing, I'm fast. Like with my Walker B, some of my guys are like, how do you take that walker on those hills? Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, baby.
I'm like, I can take that thing anywhere. Saying that, my T, I used to be able to take my T on anything, but after jumping on the B and go back to the T, I'm freaked out on that T, man. That thing is so freaking like this.
I love my Bs. I've got 2 Bs now. I've got 2 Bs and 2 Hs. That's our main production.
I want to actually, so we've got the 20 horsepower. I sold that to my wife for the trailer park. So what I ideally would like to do is sell the 20 horsepower, give my wife the T, and then buy another B. And that way I can, in the fall and spring, I can take the T to do my collection of the leaves and that. And then in the summer I can mulch. But I actually asked my dealer the other day. I was at my dealer the other day because I had to take my stuff to get fixed. But I was looking at another B. I really want another B27i. And I don't need another deck because I got a bunch of 48-inch decks just sitting around here now because I got 2 spare, or 1 spare one. Just the mower itself in Canada now is $22,000 Canadian.
Oh yeah.
And I bought my B, I think it's 3 years ago now. I bought that B with a 52-inch deck and the mower for 17 grand all in Canadian.
Yeah.
But they jumped up that much in price.
Oh, I know. I bought a new H this year. I bought a new B last year. And that H was that new H. The H was 22,000 US.
Holy. I'd be afraid to know how much that is up in Canada.
The B last year I bought it in the spring. Oh, it'd be about a year ago. Was 17,000 US with a 48 mulch. B27i as a B27i.
Yeah. So
Ken, I will 100% agree with you. It gets boring sitting in that seat mowing lawns all day long. But I'm also very business driven, and I'm trying to grow this thing to the point where I'm not in the truck anymore. I'm just pointing fingers and telling people what needs to be done and let them manage it and take care of it. So, if I gotta sit in that seat for a few more years, I gotta sit in that seat for a few more years to get to that point.
So that's kind of why I like my business, because I can switch up and change around. Saying
Yeah.
that, I'm not gonna be on the mower at all this year. I was on it for the first 2 weeks just to get started, but I've got my crew now. I'm just sending them out to do their own stuff. I've actually got another guy this year that can actually drive the truck,
Nice.
because the girl I've had for 5 years, she's already asked for a bunch of days off. So this other guy now, he can actually go out in the truck and drive the trailer for me, which is amazing. Seeing that a couple of days there may only be 3 people on lawns where they're gonna have to hustle their balls off to actually get lawns done. But I don't think I'm gonna be mowing lawns, which I hate. I'd rather be doing lawns than doing this other crap. But I just can't trust these other guys to do this other stuff.
Right. So if we switch places, if I jumped on the trimmer and my trimmer guy jumped on the mower, we would literally cut our production in half. Because we're just not proficient at it, you know.
Yeah.
We're so specialized.
Yeah. Well,
when I heard my new trimmer guy, he's like, "What am I going to be doing?" I said, "You're going to be trimming. 90% of the time, you're going to be trimming. Every now and then, you're going to grab a mower." He's like, "Okay."
Nice. My guys, they switch off the mower and trimming, because I actually like that's something they get a break and they can, you know. But when they start doing the same lawn every week, we get faster and faster and faster. And it's funny. I had hired a guy like 6 years ago. He was like 52 years old. This guy was all he wanted to do was trim. He would not like get on the walker. We tried to get him on the walker. He did not want to do it. He would just sit there all day trimming. And I didn't like him smoking on the properties, but he just sit there, pop up and cigarette all day just trimming.
No,
and then he called me up in springtime and said, "Hey man, I'm back in town. Can I come trim for you for the summer?" Like, unfortunately, man, I've already got everybody hired. I really wanted to take them on, but I just want him smoking all day long on the properties. I don't want that image anymore. I'm like, no, I can't have that. And he's very stubborn, so it would be very hard to tell him you can't do that.
Can't smoke, yeah. You know, one of the things that we got awarded that 25-acre contract, one of the points that were brought up was you guys look professional in the field. Because we have work shirts, you know, and I mean, we look good, you know, and there's some other mill companies in the local area. They literally wear wife beaters or no shirts.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're not going to have that on our property. Yeah. So, you know, you look professional, act professional, and, you know, be professional. And
I see some of the guys on YouTube, and I don't know how they wear the shirts they wear, and like while they're mowing, I'm like, I don't know how they do that.
I don't know. We wear our work shirts. We got our logo and on the back, and I got some new work hats coming.
Nice.
So, and then you know, as far as pants, everybody just pretty much wears jeans. I almost thought about going to a khaki pant or something uniform, but it gets so hot here, Scotty, in the summer that we wear shorts, man. I mean, it's hot.
Yeah. I actually wore shorts today because it's just I could barely move. I was so hot doing the work we were doing. I threw my shorts on. I don't care. I'm like, when I'm cutting lawns, I have to trim. I don't care. I'll take the freaking rocks to my legs all day long now. I don't care. Like I used to wear.
You hear that, Laura? Scotty wore shorts today and he was trimming. He says, "I don't even care. It's so hot. I'm taking rocks because of the shin. It don't matter. It's just so hot."
Yeah.
Welcome to meth.
Yeah, Laura does that too. And then she gets scabs all over her legs. And she calls them her meth legs, like because she's got scabs everywhere on her shins. Nice. I'm like, well, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. KJ wouldn't do that. KJ wore jeans. He didn't.
When I wear pants and I'm trimming or even cutting lawns, I can literally feel my body slowing down because I'm so overheated. As soon as I put the shorts on, I can freaking speed up, man. I'm like, I can tell the difference. So.
No, it's all good. So far it's been a very exciting year. And we're still getting phone calls. We went and did another bid today, and we've got a new mow tomorrow that we did a bid on last week. We've got a new mow almost every day of the week, I think, this week. But yeah, we're still booking them. Still booking them, baby. Nice. Bring them in.
Sweet. It's funny because I never used to get any reviews. But with Jobber now, they have that thing where you can send out a review thing. Man, I actually can't believe the comments people are saying to me. Like, I'm surprised that people actually like feel that way about the company and especially me. Like, and in Jobber, they have a feedback thing. So they have feedback, then they send them a Google review. And the amount of amazing things I've been hearing from people in the last like 2 weeks is like, I'm blown away. It's like crazy that the things that people actually have been saying or think about.
We've had So what we're doing right now, Scotty, is the production crew, my hired hands, took over the mowing, but they can't keep up because we've grown so much they can't keep up. So what we're doing is basically every day of the week we're taking some off the regular schedule, and Laura and I are mowing those. So the ones that we mow this week, we're going to pick different ones off the schedule next week. And what we're doing is we're doing reviews on the properties to make sure that they're being service property.
Okay.
To make it's quality control. That's what we're doing. But we're servicing them as well. And we've had a couple clients come out and said, your boys are doing a great job.
Nice.
So we always make sure we pass that on to the crew so they're aware of it. And I tell you what, I don't know what we hit the lottery with employees this year. These guys are good.
Nice.
They're trying hard. They hustle. They do an excellent job. They didn't wreck the truck. They broke a tail light lens on the truck today. Oh well, whatever. $30. I'll get a new one.
Actually, the new guy that I have that can drive the truck now, I guess he was backing the trailer up and he actually ditched it over culvert.
Nice.
They had to take all the stuff off, but he didn't tell me. And the other guy that's been with me for 3 years came home, and I wasn't home at the time, so he told my wife, and she's like, "Well, you gotta tell him, because what if something on the trailer was broken, like the axle broke? Right. Now you go the next day and you break down. Like, I need to know this so I know I can have to put my other trailer or right? So I'm like, but I told the guys, crap happens. I told them this in training day. Crap happens. Stuff's gonna break. You're gonna do all stupid stuff. I used to get so angry. I used to get frustrated. I'm like, don't worry about it. Just tell me and we'll deal with it. That's what I say. If the more frustrated you get with it, the worse it is. So I tell them,
I said, stuff's going to get broken. Stuff's going to happen. As long as nobody gets hurt, I'm happy. I'm not going to yell at you. I don't care. Now, if you keep doing it over and over and over, the same stupid thing, then I might get upset. But it's no big deal. He jackknifed it, and I got that stupid headache rack on my trailer that sticks out in front of the trailer. And when you jackknife it without hitting the frame to the bumper, the headache rack jams into the taillight lens. And guess who broke both taillight lenses last year?
You?
Yeah. So I said, hey, don't worry about it. I did it last year. It's no big deal. We'll get it. It's $30. We'll get a new one. You're fine.
So I bought my old trailer. It broke down on me. Like, I couldn't get it fixed in time for the next week. So I ended up buying a new trailer on a weekend last year? The year before, I think. So I bought this brand new aluminum trailer on the fly, drove for like 4 hours to pick it up. And then I got the box on it so I could put all my tools in it. Freaking jackknifed it. I think my employee jackknifed it. Crushed the box up. So I had to get it repounded out because we shut the tail or the hood or the hood shut that good. And then I think I went in for jackknifed and hit it again. So like I gotta slam it really hard to keep it tight now. It's got a lock on it, but I don't think it works anymore because just
it's been too bent up.
Yeah, and sometimes when you drive, it'll just pop open. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And the box, $10 for this box, and we trashed it the first year we had it. So I'm like, oh.
Laura and I went and bought a used trailer.
Yeah.
Because we needed another trailer, and it's actually a 2019, so it's not that old. And I had an old set of weed eater racks sitting on the bench over here, so I threw those on. And I don't know if you watch my videos, I got basically a Costco tote in there that we're throwing everything in. But I did get a weed eater spool line rack, a gas can rack. They're sitting in the shop. But I need to get a backpack blower rack yet. I got to get that done. And I need a toolbox. So everything can get out of the rain. You close it and it's fine. So I might run over to Harbor Freight and see if they have something that I can use. We're getting a second trailer all equipped up because it's getting used a lot more than we anticipated because we picked up so many yards.
Wow. You see, I've got the trimmer racks and I had them on my old trailer. My old trailer was steel, but my new trailer was aluminum. I don't know how to set it up on it, so I haven't put them on. So we're throwing all the stuff in the back of the truck again. I don't like that. I want them on the
it rolls trailer. Around and bangs it all up. And
so I'm like, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know. I got a guy in town that can weld, so I may take it to him and see if he can figure out how to get them on for me. But because it's so light, it just wobbles all around. I'm afraid it's going to rip the sides off. So that's why I haven't really.
Well, if you go the equipment defender racks, they mount to the side of the top rail and then they bolt through the floor, and so they don't wobble.
See, I think so. I've got the old green touch ones. I think I can mount them on the inside, but mounting them inside takes up a little bit of space. I'm just worried about the guys it on the inside. So that's why. I mean, I could do that, but I'm just a little bit nervous about them trashing that now.
They broke mine. KJ hit mine and broke it last year because it's mounted on the inside.
Yeah.
And the motor support bracket, he hit that thing with the mower and broke the mount. I just got the new one in to replace it, so I need to get, and it's bent, so I got to straighten it out and fix it. But yeah, that is the problem with mounting them on the inside. But on the other hand, they're solid mounted and they don't wave in the wind. You know what I mean? They're solid mounted. So yeah, and what I had was an old set of Green Touch and they don't have any motor supports on them. No. And that's what I put on our new trailer, and that's what Laura and I are using right now. So yeah, they're just mounted on the frame rail, and they sit there and wave back and forth when you're driving down the road, but because they don't go to the floor for support. They're only one single mount. But that's what I had, and they were, they're sitting on my bench, so I'm like, well, might as well use them. So we threw them on there.
Nice.
Whatever. We've got all the junk on our trailer, and the production crew, the hired hands, have all the good equipment. We have all the old worn out stuff that was just thrown in the corner on my trailer.
Nice.
Primarily because I'm a mechanic, so if anything breaks, I can get it running again. Where they couldn't, and so it would slow them down considerably. I'd rather slow me down than slow them down.
Yeah.
So
it's funny you say that, man. So I had two Echo PB 8010s. I've had nonstop issues with them, but finally we were doing cleanups this spring, and the one just was not working anymore. Took it to the shop. The guy's like, "Yeah, it's not even worth fixing, man, because I think you need a new piston or something inside." So this dealer, it's a Stihl dealer, but they now have Husqvarna stuff. I've never really liked Husky. I've looked at it. I kind of to me it looks cheap, and I don't really want to buy it. But the guy convinced me to buy it because the Stihl is 979 Canadian, and then the Husky was like under $700 on sale, like 20% off. So I bought the Husky. The guys love the Husky blower. It's lighter than the Stihl and is more powerful than the Stihl. Yeah. So I think I might be buying Husky stuff now instead of Stihl once I have to replace stuff, because it seems to be nice so far. But
I'm going to answer Ken's question, and then I'm going to reply to your Husky thing, because I have Husky as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Ken, I turned 56 this year. In March, I turned 56.
I just turned 47 in April.
And then Husky, we bought the 525 LST trimmer last year. Okay. Absolutely love that trimmer. It is so lightweight and it has enough power for production mowing and not slow you down. We had it for 4 months. The carburetor went bad. So under warranty, we waited 5 more months before they could even get a carburetor. Oh, wow. So part supply for repairs is horrible. But besides that, I absolutely love that trimmer. We still have it on the trailer today. It's our primary trimmer for the production crew, and they love it too. Nice. It's lightweight. It's got plenty of power, and but if it breaks down, crap, man, we got to wait 5 months for another part.
That's insane.
That's not good. That's not good. So we're actually, contrary to what you're saying, I'm actually switching everything to Echo, Scotty.
I like the Echo stuff. It's got more power than the Stihl, but every piece of Echo equipment I've had has had issues. I bought the 3020. I actually thought I was gonna get the 20. I thought I was ordering the 2620. I got the 3020.
Oh,
that thing is amazing.
Oh, it's a beast.
Yeah, when I first bought it though, 3 weeks into it blew the head gasket. I took it back to the dealer, and they're like, "Well, what'd you do to it, man?" They said that all the screws weren't worked properly. I'm like, "Nothing. You guys gave it to me. I opened the box. I put whatever outside. I put it together. We used it. I didn't touch anything." So I guess from the shop or the factory, it wasn't done proper. So they fixed it for me. And then the two Echo blowers, just like nonstop issues with them. I
know you had a bunch of issues.
I love the power of those though. They kill the Stihl any day, but the
Right.
Stihl for me has been more reliable. They last longer.
So I'll tell you what I had with Stihl. I had a warranty issue with Stihl, and it took them what 11 months to finally fix it. It was ridiculous. So Ken, the 4-mix Stihls I've had good luck with. Anything 2-stroke Stihl, not bad luck. Bad luck. 2-stroke, not good with Stihl. We quit buying them. I am never buying another Stihl product in my life after waiting 11 months and arguing and fighting for a warranty issue. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that was on a Stihl FS94. They said it was user error. The thing was 3 months old. How could it be user error? And all the other equipment on my trailer, which was Stihl at the time, was running the same exact gas. Sorry, it wasn't user error. You're just trying not to warranty your product. That's what it was.
So I'll tell you my experience with that. So I do have problems with my Stihl stuff, like they're not working properly, whatever. So I take them in, and the guys go look at it. They say you need fresh gas. I'm like, I am using fresh gas. We go through so much gas, it's insane. So the problem is, and we use Supreme gas. But
yeah, I do too.
We're now putting ethanol in Supreme gas, and they keep telling me that's the ethanol that's killing the engines. So I last year I switched to the AmSoil, the 50 or 100-to-1 oil.
That's what I use.
I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know anything about oil, or if can't tell if it performs better or not. But so we've been using that. And then I took my other Stihl blower in again a couple of weeks ago because it wasn't working again. And he's like, "Well, do you let them warm up?" He's like, "You're supposed to let them warm up like for 5 minutes." I'm like, I don't have time to let them warm for 5 minutes. We've got to get up and get going. So apparently you're supposed to let them, like every time I take it in, he's telling me something different about the friggin' blower, what you're supposed to do with them. I'm like, that's bullcrap, man. They're meant to be used hard and long and whatnot. Like you shouldn't have to have all these.
I think no matter what the name brand is, you're going to have issues, period. Yeah. It doesn't matter what manufacturer it is. What I'm looking at more is a supply chain for repairs. And at this present time, Echo has parts in stock, and if something breaks, you can get the part to fix it.
Yeah.
Whereas Stihl, their supply chain is so screwed up. It has been since COVID. They've never fixed it. Husqvarna, the same thing. And I love Husqvarna stuff, but I can't wait 5 months for a carburetor. That's ridiculous.
How can they still be so far behind? I don't understand it.
I don't know, but they have not improved it at all. It's ridiculous. Wow. So Ken, the FS94, they don't hold up. They are not production level. They are light commercial.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's what
the amount of lawns, I love it because it's so light. Little hard starting, but they're so light. And they're a little cold-blooded too. But literally on the production crew mowing 30 yards a day, I can maybe get at best 4 months out of one in their toast. 4 months, that's it.
Really?
$450 weed eater. 4 months, they're done.
We've got the 94R, the 91R, and I've had those for years. And I mean, the only reason I had to buy new ones is because the guys didn't put them in the trimmer racks properly. And they freaking flew off the truck and lost them. But I mean, those trimmers have lasted us a long time. And then
I will smoke a 94. I've been through 3 of them.
Wow.
And gave up. Now my 111RX, the 4-mix trimmers, adjust valves, and they've been great. So no complaints about those. They've been really good. And my BR800s, my backpack blowers, they've been real good too. But I'm not, after that 11-month warranty fight thing, I'm like, nah, I ain't supporting you anymore. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So as my Stihl stuff wears out, we're replacing it with Echo.
Have you introduced any battery-powered stuff into your system yet? Or
we do too much. It's so expensive to buy enough batteries to get through the day. Yeah. Scotty, we've actually looked at it. Seriously, Laura and I have sat down and seriously looked at battery-powered equipment. But we just can't. I can't.
So I've got the Toro 60-volt one, the push mower or self-propelled. My guys take that over the gas one any day.
Oh, they're great. You don't even have to wear hearing protection.
But that's only battery for stuff I have. But like, I don't know. I want to get some more, but we need, like you said, I need so many batteries for the amount of lawns we're doing. Like it's just, and I don't have anywhere to charge them in the truck. Then I have to get a whole system, and yeah, it's gonna cost thousands of dollars. I was actually looking at the Crest stuff because there's a Crest dealer now in my town, and I'm looking at it. They've got the I forget what they call it, the power bank or whatever to charge it. $13,000 Canadian for the power bank.
Yeah, I can't afford it.
Are you kidding me? It was
Can't
insane.
afford it.
No.
Ken, I used to have an old I can't remember, 55 before they came out with the 56, and that was my daughter's trimmer. I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. She was in a few of my videos. She's the tall blonde girl. She was in high school, and she used to go out and work with us, summer help. Yeah, the 55 did good. It finally just gave up the ghost, and I think I pulled I stole a couple parts off of it and threw it away because it was just wore out. But yeah, unfortunately, and I've made this video I don't know how many times. I just want to buy a trimmer that will last one season, and so far, I haven't found it. I can't even get one season out of a trimmer. But you got to remember too, we're putting 700-800 hours on a trimmer in a year. I mean, that's a lot of hours for a little two-stroke. And I haven't had one make it yet.
Yeah, it's funny to hear different stories from everybody and hear what equipment they have and like the issues you have with Stihl. And then because I always hear on see on Facebook, it's always a Stihl versus Echo,
right?
And people say this and this, but I honestly think it's all the luck of the draw because I've had other stuff that I've bought that I always seem to get the lemons of everything. So I mean, like for me, like I feel like I got all the lemons with Echo, but Stihl, I have no issues with it. So it's funny how that goes.
Yeah, I think we're gonna buy a new 9010 here pretty quick. I need another backpack. So
have you tried the 9010 yet?
I have not. My competitor runs them, and they're a lot harder than crap.
Yeah, you know what you need? You need to get that stand-on leaf blower like I do.
No, I don't have any. I don't have any.
Need that, do you?
No, I don't have any big enough properties. I don't have any properties that I can put the leaves in the tree line and just leave them. All our leaves we got to blow in the grass and mulch them and pick them up. Yeah. So there's no need for a big thing like that. Ken, the Dixon. Oh man, we should have kept that Dixon, bronzed it, and put it on the wall. I mean, that old Dixon got us. I bought that thing used. I think I paid, I don't remember, $900 for that thing used. And look where we're at today, all because I bought that stupid Dixon.
What's a Dixon? I've never heard of that.
It's a sit-down zero turn. It was my first little commercial mower when I started. Had a bagging system on the thing. Bagged amazing. It bags better than my Skags do. Nice. That thing was a bagging son of a gun. But it was only 44-inch on a 36-inch frame, and so it didn't hold heels real well, and it only do about 6 miles an hour, so it's pretty slow. But yeah, I loved it. I wish we would have kept that Dixon. I just mowed my yard with it. I don't know, that thing was, but we sold it and whatever.
Nice. It was funny, we came down to Pennsylvania in the wintertime to the Great Wolf Lodge and the Poconos. And as we're driving down, this Dixie Chopper truck went by me. I'm like, I have never seen a Dixie Chopper in Canada. And here I am now seeing a Dixie Chopper, truck in the States. So it's kind of funny. I took a photo of it. So I've got a photo of the Dixie Chopper, but I don't even know how well those mowers run. I don't hear anybody who runs them.
Man, I see some people with them, but
nothing special.
No, here is Walker. Everybody runs Walkers here. Yeah. Everybody runs Walkers. So, I mean, you see some other stuff here and there, a little bit of Skag because we have a pretty good Skag dealer. But yeah, yeah, Ken, we trim a lot. My lawns better be perfect when we leave, and there's a lot of edging and trimming. That's why each trailer has a blade edger and a trimmer and a backup trimmer. And yeah, and we have some huge properties, dude, huge properties. So, and I'm not even talking about the 25-acre job that I just got. I'm just talking about my regular production crew. I mean, there'll be days when you go out and you're mowing 15 properties that are between 1 acre and 2 acres.
Wow. And
then you got, 10 more 3rd-acre residentials mixed in with that. So yeah, our trimmers get, I sat down last year counted it out, and it was somewhere between 600 and 800 hours a year is what our trimmers get.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of trimming,
Wow.
a lot of trimming. So because here we don't have, everybody has either curbing or live edges on everything, and so there's just a lot of trimming to be done.
See, we don't do any edging. We just trim because a lot of our properties are cottage properties, and even the properties that we have, like our commercial ones that are in the city, nobody edges. Like I don't see anybody edging stuff, so I just don't. We don't do it. We just trim everything. That's it. But I'm sure if we edge, that would add a lot more hours to our stuff as well. But
Yeah, we edge everything.
yeah,
Everything is edged. All the curbing's edged.
yeah,
Borders are edged. Everything's edged. But then we try to aim for the high end stuff too. So
yeah,
you got to make it look good, and that's just what it is. So basically, the trimmer guy walks property twice. He he'll edge everything on the first go around, and then he'll flat trim everything on the second go around.
nice. I've tried like edging stuff before the trimmer. I just can't get the hang of it. It's hard.
So so if you got a little tiny sidewalk in front of your house, we'll just edge it with the trimmer. But if you got a considerable amount of sidewalk,
Yeah,
driveway, everything else, grab the blade edger, hit that first, and then go back, get the trimmer, and then trim. And then if you've got concrete border around your gardens and stuff,
yeah,
that all gets live edge too with the trimmer, not the edger, the trimmer on that.
okay,
Because the trimmer doesn't, because those got a funky slope to them, and
yeah,
the blade edger doesn't ride on those very well. So we use a trimmer on it. So yeah, if you're going to be on micro, you're going to know how to live edge. You're going to know how to edge with a trimmer. I guarantee it. You're going to have a lot of edging to do with the trimmer.
nice. It's funny, man. Like I see a lot of the guys in the city. I'm like, I don't know how you guys do in this city because one for leaves, I don't know how I could do like because leaves are still get on the road and people complain about that or like trimming or like the edging. Like if I ever went to the city, I'd have a lot more to learn and get good at because I'm not used to doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, I suck, Scotty. I suck because I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
For the past 4 years, I've been stuck on a mower.
Uh,
But I'll grab a trimmer, and everybody's like, "No, don't do that. You'll mess it up." But no, I can flat trim, but edging I'm not so good at. But
yeah.
Laura, she does. Man, she's good. I mean, when she edges a property, it's edged and it looks good. It was just trim. I mean, she does a good job. KJ did a great job. Laura does a great job. My new trimmer guy that's on our production crew, Alex, he's doing a great job.
Nice.
And Eddie, my lead man, holy crap, can that guy run a trimmer? He is so good. But he's got 12 years experience on a mow crew, and he likes high-end stuff. So yeah, everybody's good with the trimmer except me. I'm okay. Everybody else is great but me. I'm just okay.
Nice.
And I love to trim. I just don't do it enough to be good at it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh
See,
boy.
it's funny. Like I always see, they always have those shows where the I forget what the show is called where the boss goes back after all the stuff to undercover boss, that's what it is, and they're critiquing what the guys have done, and it makes me wonder like if I actually step back from the game and let guys go out for like 5-6 years, if I went back to do it, would I be crappy at it, or would I just pick it right back up? And I'm sure I probably have to learning curve again, but it'd be just like strange to see how that works.
Yeah, it's definitely you lose the skill set when you don't use it. That's
Yeah,
for sure. It takes a while to get it back. You know how to do it, but the muscle memory is not quite there, and it
yeah,
takes a little while to get it back. That's yeah, but that's okay. I mean, I can still edge. I can still trimming's fine. I'm a great trimmer. The edging with a trimmer, I'm not that good because I just don't do it. I just as soon go over and put the trimmer down and grab the blade edger and do it that way because it looks better. I always say this: you can have a guy with many years experience with a trimmer
yeah.
and edging with a trimmer, and I can take a monkey with a blade edger and beat him for quality. Because a blade edger is so simple, anybody can do it. And it's just the edges are just perfect every time. But with a trimmer, you got to be pretty darn good to leave a nice, sharp, straight edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. So I just prefer to grab the blade edger.
So Ken's like, that's the secret. Just suck at the work you don't like. So
Yeah, right.
I suck at the book work. I suck at all the back end work. That's what I suck at.
We don't accept suck in this in my business. If you're gonna suck, you're not gonna be employed here. No, we don't do suck here. We do top quality work. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah.
I am top quality. We got into the golf course area. We've been trying to get into, Scotty, last year.
Okay.
Maybe it was the year before. It's a high-end residential on the golf course.
Nice.
And I was trying to break in. I just couldn't get a foothold up there. And I finally got a phone call by one guy, him and his wife, and they're like, we want it mowed a little shorter. Our other guy wouldn't do it the way we liked it, and it never looked good. And we're like, okay. And we quoted him. He's like, okay, go for it. And we made that lawn look perfect every single week. I mean, spent way too much time on it to make it look perfect.
Yeah.
And pretty soon, phone started ringing. Hey, you're mowing so-and-so's yard, aren't you? Yep. I want my lawn to look like that. Wow. And now just in that little 2-block area right up there, I've got 7 lawns right there, because the neighbors see us and they're like, we want it looking like that. And, you know, people up there, money's not an issue. They want to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I mean? So we're like, yeah, okay, here's your price. And they're like, well, that's expensive. I said, well, you want it to look good. That's what it's going to cost. Okay. And man, we just keep booking them up there.
What height are you cutting those ones at?
So we're Kentucky bluegrass here. Pretty much 90% of everything's Kentucky blue. And I start out the season, I do a little scalp on them, about 2.5.
Okay. And
then we'll raise it up to 3. And then once we hit spring flush, which is coming in right now, I'll bump it up to 3.25, and we'll keep it there all summer long until the fall. And then leaf season, we'll start lowering the heights again. I like to get it down below 3 inches, maybe 2 3/4 inches going into winter, because the shorter you cut it, the lessened amount of snow mold you'll get over the winter. So if you leave it tall, it'll lay over and you get more snow mold. So.
I've got such big issues with some of my customers because they want it cut really short, especially in spring. But our grass is like crazy long here. But like I haven't said this to the customer yet. I should, but they think if I cut it on like 2.5, that it's going to grow slower and it's going to not. But it grows the same amount if you cut it 2.5 or if it's cut at 3.5.
Exactly.
They and I've got a couple bi-weekly people who've asked me to cut it lower. So it doesn't. It's the same height, and it's going to kill your mower no matter what. And I try to tell them, if you cut it higher, when it starts to dry out, it's going to stay greener longer, and it's going to be better for your lawn. But they don't care. They just want the lawn freaking short as ever. I'm like, it kills me, man. I've had a couple customers where they want me to cut it shorter, and I just can't do it because it bogs the mower down because it's too short. And then so I just keep at what we normally do and say, yeah, cut it shorter. I just
that's what I do too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fundamental spring run. Yeah, that's pretty close to what we do, Ken. And yes, your price range is about right. 15 to 25, depending on experience. US dollars, of course. So we have a couple specialty lawns that we mow, Scotty, that we cut at like between 2 and 2.5 inches. But we're so hot here and we're so dry, we don't get any rain. That I will only do it for a few specific people, because I know they're going to irrigate enough and they're going to fertilize enough to be able to maintain a shortcut. You got to put a lot of extra work into maintaining a shortcut lawn over and above a longer cut lawn, especially irrigation. So we have one up there in the golf course. We keep it about between 2 and 2.5, and it's about a half an acre. Wow. And the problem with cutting so short like that, especially when we're mulching, because mulching, I mulch everything, is the clippings won't disappear. So you got to like double and triple cut it to make the clippings disappear. So versus a 3 or 3.5 inch lawn, the clippings just disappear right in the canopy and go. Well, when you're cutting down to 2 inches, they got no place to go, and it takes a lot of extra work.
we usually just go blow it after, just to
Yeah.
disperse it. But what Walker needs to do is get like a little blower on the back, so as you're going, it can disperse it while you're
Get rid
driving.
of that stupid stripe, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I told Laura I'm going to duct tape a hand blower to the back of the walker, blow it right down the middle, and that stupid little stripe in the middle, we're going to just blow it out. Done.
Nice. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram or watch me, but so my son, he's 8 years old. He jumped on the bee the other day
Yeah.
and started cutting the lawn. But so last year, my wife taught him how to drive the mower, and he ended up running over her friggin' jacket, cut the wall up, cut the jacket up, and the jacket was in the middle of a corner where he didn't need to be, but he went right for it. So I got him to cut the lawn on the weekend, or no, the other day, and it's not bad, but like his walker lines, because he's going so slow, the tail wheel is all like that all through the lawn, but it's funny. So it was good.
So we have a few, because we're pretty rural here. We got a little tiny town, a lot of farm properties.
Yeah.
And the farm properties are huge. I mean, you know, every stinking farm around here has an acre of grass. It's just how it is. And my trimmer guy, he's had a little tiny bit of experience previous to working for me on a walker. So basically we have, I don't know, 3 or 4 pasture areas that we mow. They don't keep them as pastures. It's pasture grass, but they keep it mowed like a lawn.
Okay.
And so we mow those up at like 4 inches or 4.5 inches. Anyways, and so whoever's learning to mow, that's what they mow, because it's, you know, it doesn't matter if it looks like crap. It's a pasture. You know what I mean? It's so he's been mowing those. Well, the problem with those is they're still all pocked up from cows and everything on them. From the past, and the real bumpy. I mean, you can go like 3 miles an hour. You know, it's just like a bumpy ride.
Nice.
So he was all excited because he got to mow no, it's about 1 acre with the 48 B27i. Yesterday, he got to mow. He's like, I mowed the whole pasture, and so I got to go out and look at it and see how bad his lines are. I'm sure they're like this because, you know, he's new to a walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be. I need to go drive by and take a look and see how bad it is. But hey, you got to learn somehow, right? And that's a great place to learn because it's a pasture. It's not a lawn.
Man, so the other day, we're doing a cleanup the other day, and every time I jump on the walker or whatever, I got issues. Like I got a new problem arises. So I'm trying to suck the leaves up on the 20 horsepower. And the one side, it was just not sucking anything up. It was just like leaving bunches of leaves. I'm like, what the frig? So I posted on the Facebook group, on the walker group, and everyone's just like, telling me. I had one guy like kind of diss me up saying, you've been on this for 10 years, you can't figure it out. I'm like, dude, really? So I ended up figuring out that I put the wrong blade on. I think the blade, I don't know, or maybe they both go this. I can never remember. So I finally
the bees go the same direction.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it was the other one because I was using the collection deck. So I think it goes the. So anyways, I finally figured out put the right. Yeah.
T's,
so I finally
T's
put the
go
other,
opposite.
Yeah. So I finally put the right blade on, and after doing like, I think I did the whole spring like that with all the lawns and sucking leaves, stuff like that. And then on this one line, I just went sucking them up. So it was using the back end of the blade to mow, and nothing was happening. So I put it on after I did that. Perfect. I'm like, how did I not think of that or know like that like before then?
I know.
Yeah.
Let me see. Spread axle. Yeah, Ken. We've actually we're going to buy a brand new T this year, but when I got the 25-acre contract, I had to buy a brand new H instead. But my T was going to have the split tail wheels. I am not doing a single. I don't like 3 stripes. I want 2 stripes.
I love the split tail over that single wheel. The T's got the single wheel, and man, it's not stable.
Right. And then, yes, I still have 2 V rides, the 36 and the 52. The 36 gets used more than the 52 because we have, I don't know, half a dozen, maybe 8 small gated backyards where we can get the 36 and mow them. The 52, literally, we used it in the spring, and it's going to sit in the shop until this fall leaf season because I got the bagger on it. I'm trying to sell it so I can buy a new T. I haven't sold it so far, but I'm not joking. In the last 3 years, I put maybe 50 hours a year on that 52.
Oh wow.
We don't use them because I use the walkers.
No one around here uses Skags. I don't even know where the closest Skag dealer is, but how are the Skags? Are they?
Oh, they're awesome.
You good?
Oh, they stripe like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Oh, they stripe so good. Yep.
So
Yep.
here's my question. I've always wondered this because everybody says this Mower stripe's good. That what makes a Mower stripe better than
Well,
another?
Skag uses an extreme high lift blade
Okay.
from the factory, and their decks are very open, so there's not much baffling in them, so they move a crap ton of air.
Uh,
So your side discharge is like 3 stripes over. I mean, it chucks grass.
uh,
And so it makes nice stripes.
uh,
They got a great striping deck. The problem is man, when you're checking grass that far, you take out flower beds and grass everywhere, and that's what we used to do. I mean, we just had to blow everything out. But now that we got
yeah,
I bought the B18. My old B18 was like, oh, this mulch deck, this is awesome. I don't have to blow crap off everywhere because you're not throwing grass everywhere to blow off.
yeah.
And so, production wise, even though the 52 was a bigger deck, your time on property was longer because you had so much more blow off.
Mm,
And you had to double cut, and where the B, you have less blow off, so your actually time on property was less. And so and then I got the bagger set up for the 52, so that's my leaf picker upper. And that's
uh,
it. So like 50 hours a year, that's all that mower does. It just picks up
nice,
leaves, and it's only got 500 hours on it. It's just sitting in the shop. It
nice.
don't do nothing. Now it's a backup mower, so
Yeah.
if other mower goes down, we can just go grab that and keep going. But
Nice. Have you ever used a right mower?
I have not. I actually talked to Ed Wright when I was looking to buy the Skags,
Yeah.
and the problem is we did not have a reputable Wright dealer in the area. He was like a 2-star rated guy, and
Uh,
it was not good. I wasn't going to do that,
uh,
so we tried, but it didn't work out.
yeah. I talked to Ed. He was up here in Canada for our landscape Ontario show in the wintertime. So I talked to him for a little bit because he was here. And I want to try right so bad, but the closest right dealer is like an hour and a half away.
Yeah,
So
well, that's how far my Walker dealer is,
oh, really?
Scotty.
Well,
Yeah,
my walk is like an hour and 10, but
yeah, we're about an hour and
yeah,
15, hour and 20 away,
uh,
and yeah, that's why I bought all my walkers. So if I go into warranty work, I got to run it clear in there, dude. It's a drive.
uh, see,
Yeah,
I want to try it right because the Pro Power Canada, they're the guys who import the walkers. They import the walkers, the rights, and I think the Billy Goat stuff. But I really want to try right more. I like them. They look awesome, but just the dealer is just too far, like just
yeah.
too far for me.
I'll say this with side discharge now that I'm used to the walkers with the mulch deck or the H's with the rear discharge deck.
Yeah,
Um, Side discharge is a whole nother game. You do have to have a chute blocker, but when you close that chute, you're going to leave clumps, so you got to go clean it up.
yeah.
But for big open properties, a side discharge in my area works great, except you got to have to double cut because you're going to have so many clippings and so much haze. You got to cut it a second time just to make it disappear.
See, I'm leery about side discharge, man. Like I've never used one. I see guys doing it on YouTube, and it looks like it just leaves so much crap behind. And they have to double cut, and I'm
Yep.
like, I don't have time for that. I just don't
Right.
like mulching. Mulching does a pretty good job. There are times and a few lines we do have to go back and either blow or give a quick double cut on some of them. But I don't have time to side discharge and like go back over the rear discharge. How's that? Does that leave a lot of stuff, or is it?
Yeah. Hang on. I'm going to reply. Ken. So the decks between the B and the H are different decks. They don't mount up directly, although they do make a kit for the H to mount some of the B decks for. There is not a kit from the factory to mount the H decks to the B because the H decks are huge and heavy and the B cannot support them. Although some guys have come up with an aftermarket solution for a 52-inch rear discharge deck on a B. But that is a crap ton of weight for a B, dude. B's are light. H's are heavy. So, yeah, but they do make an adapter to put like the 74-inch side discharge deck off a B onto an H. You can get the adapter from the factory. Scotty, I'm sorry. What was your question?
I don't even remember now.
It was something about the side discharge. I don't
Wait, no,
remember.
the rear discharge. How is that?
Oh, the 64 rear discharge. So I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It has, if you look on the Walker website, they actually say that they built in mulching technology into that deck.
Okay.
And it's not an actual mulch deck. It has some mulching capabilities. So the clippings come out about an inch, inch and a quarter in length.
Okay.
Okay, after it cuts it. So it's getting chopped up pretty good before it discharges out the back of the deck.
Okay.
It actually likes a moist lawn more than a dry lawn. So if there's little dew in the morning, great. It even looks better.
Oh, wow.
And
Does it leave any clumps ever, or?
it will, if it's really wet, really, really wet, or really, really long, you will start to get some clumps. And it's usually right out the rear of the right-hand side of the deck. And a lot of times you can just slow down a little bit and the clumps will disappear. But sometimes when it's like when you're the spring flush or the fall flush and it's like you're cutting off 8 inches, 7 inches in a week, you just have to double cut. You just have to, because it's going to clump no matter what, because you're just trying to cut off so much grass.
Okay.
But yes, you can single pass a lawn doing, I don't know, depending on how much it's growing. If you're cutting off 3 inches, you can single pass a lawn at 6 miles an hour and you can't even tell there's clippings. It looks just like a mulch and it's gone. And you don't have the stripe coming down the middle like the bees. It's so, yeah, they're so nice. And there's nothing coming out besides the deck. So when you edge a lawn, there's nothing going in the flower beds, maybe just a couple little clippings.
Okay.
It all goes out the back. They're awesome. They are awesome.
Nice.
For big properties, love them.
Nice.
Love them.
Sweet. So
yeah, I've got 2 of them now, and I'm getting ready. I might be getting a 3rd here before long. We'll have to wait and see.
Nice. So I've got a funny story for you. So with the walkers, they're supposed to be able to switch the decks nice and easy with one person, right? In the 10 years I've had my walkers, we've always had like 3 people trying to put this deck on. We've always struggled with it, right? I'm like, I cannot figure out how to get this deck on and off by myself. So the other day I was watching Instagram. I saw Jason Ambrose in his garage doing it by himself. I'm like, screw that. If he can do it, I can do it. So I go to my wife. I'm going to do this deck by myself today because I had to switch decks because my one deck's leaking. Put it up on the ground. I freaking did it by myself. Like, screw that. I'm a real man now.
That's right. I can get a deck on.
Yeah, I've never been able to do it. I've always had to get people to help me, but I was able to do it the other day.
Oh, gotcha. So I do my B decks. I take a 2x4 and stick them underneath the back, and then you can hook right up to it, no problem. Another trick that you can do is you can take a floor jack and jack up the back of the B just a little bit, and then the deck slides right on a lot easier.
So this is the trick that I've been told, and I've tried it, but I could never do it by myself. But so you take the 2 red pins. You're supposed to pull the 2 red pins out so it drops down. So I do that, and then but I still my issue is I can never get it lined up, the jack shaft or whatever that thing is to go back in the thing. Could never get lined up. But the other day I did it by myself. Got it first try. I'm like, what the frig? 10 years I've done this, and today I did it by myself, no problem. My mind was blown.
I take mine off. a couple times a year because you got to pull the shaft off, and they got that U-joint up there. You got to grease.
Yeah.
So I take mine off a couple times a year so I can get up there and grease that U-joint. But yeah, usually if I take a 2x4 and put it flat on the floor, and then when you drop the deck down, it sits on that 2x4, and then you back the tractor off of it, and then when you go back on it, just raising it up that inch and a half, it fits right back onto the tractor a lot easier. So
I've seen some people, like a dealer, he doesn't take the jack shaft part off. He actually takes the U bolt off, or the U joint. He pulls it off from there. So I tried that once and tried to put it back on. I couldn't get it back on from there.
Got to hold your tongue right, Scotty.
I know. And it's further in there, pop it on too.
I have desperately for like 2 years have been trying to buy a tee, dude. I want a tee so bad. I want to get rid of that Walker, or excuse me, I want to get rid of that Skag 52-inch with the bagger on it because it bags, but it's not even as good as the Walker tee. Not even close. And we were going to go buy a brand new tee, or maybe even the C23i this year.
That looks
and then
nice.
I got that contract. The 25 acres, I had to buy a new H because I needed another H. I only had one, and I needed two.
You had to have a second one.
I had to. There's just no way. So, as soon as I sell that Skag 52, I'm either going to buy a used tee or a new tee. We're not sure yet, but I wouldn't mind finding a good used tee, save $10,000. But yeah, I want one so bad, especially during lease season, dude. Please, please, with the power dump, done.
I love my power dump. Oh my gosh! So the guys were using the lawnmower, the tee the other day. We saw the cleanup to do, so I took the 20 horsepower, and it doesn't have the power dump on it. I forgot how bad my back hurt after using it, how sore my neck was. The power dump is the best investment I've ever paid for my tee, man. I love that.
Yeah, right. Grease shaft. I'm reading. Yes, exactly, Ken. That's why I make sure you're supposed to do it every 50 hours per the book, but I might get mine done every 100 or 150 hours. But yeah, you gotta pull that clip, pull that shaft off, drop the deck to get in there to grease that stupid U joint that's right up on the PTO shaft.
Yeah.
And so I make sure to do that a couple times a year, get some grease in there. And then of course the spline version, you gotta cram grease in there, it stops vibration. But yeah, no, I want a tee. I'm been wanting a tee just for leaf cleanups. That's it. Just for leaves. And plus I actually have some very high end lawns. Those ones like I cut at 2 inches. I could double or triple pass those mulching, or I could single pass with the tee and be done. Just bag it, done, in and out of there. It would be faster, less time on the property.
Would you get the 27i, or would you get the lower one? I think it's 23 now, because they don't have a 25 anymore.
No, so they got the 23. They got the C23 too, which is basically a B with the GHS system on it.
Yeah.
I looked at one of my dealers just the other day.
Yeah.
It's a B, same hydro, same everything, same setup. They just put the blower, the big blower, like a 13 1/4 inch blower, on the PTO shaft. And so it's a B with the GHS system. And I looked at those, but they're actually a little longer than the T, which I don't know if I have the deck space because my trailer is only 16 foot. So I got it. And it drives just like a B, hauls butt. They do 8 miles an hour or something. It's crazy. Yeah. But a lot of guys here that do just grass, they use the reverse rotation decks.
Yeah.
Because they say it does better in grass, although it does worse in leaves. If you're going to do leaves, you want the standard rotation deck. So that's kind of the advice I've been getting. So I probably won't go reverse rotation just because I want it for leaves. I want it for grass too, but I want it to do good in leaves. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, Ken. I never know. I sell that Skag and a good used one pops up. I just want a 48 inch. I don't want a 52. I just want a 48. And the new comfort seat. Gotta have a comfort seat.
The comfort seat. Oh my gosh, we've got the Grammer seat on the T, and I love that over the original Walker seat on the 20. The Grammer was great, but then I actually, when I ordered my B, I wanted the Grammer seat, but he forgot that I wanted that, so he put the comfort seat on. The comfort seat is way better than the Grammer seat. Way better. So much more comfortable and softer.
The comfort seat is absolutely the best seat out. You name the name brand, I don't care. It beats every seat out there for non-spring assist or air ride.
So
best seat.
Do you know Tim from Walker? Tim, what's his last name? Forget it. He came up here and interviewed me, but I was talking about the GIE last year, and I go to him, Tim, I love the Grammer seat. I love the comfort seat. You guys need to make a Walker comfort seat with the Grammer system.
I heard they're doing it.
I think he told me that they're working on it. That would be freaking amazing,
dude. It's gonna be a $1,500 seat, and I'd buy 3 of them right now.
Yeah.
I
wonder how it'd be higher than the Grammer seat, or if it'd be the same kind of.
I will say this, Scotty. The Grammer seat, although it's not the most comfortable thing to sit in, sucks up the bumps so well. So it's got that little gauge on there for your weight on the Grammer seat. So I put it at the low end because you got low, high, and then the middle where you're supposed to be. I put it at the low end of that middle.
Okay.
And it's not the most comfortable thing to sit in, but man, it sucks up the bumps.
Uh,
And on those H's, when I'm mowing these big properties, I'm literally mowing at 8-10 miles an hour.
oh wow.
Oh, all day long. All day long.
Wow.
And so my speed is relegated to that seat. So if I start bottoming out the seat, I know I need to slow down because the bumps are too big. So I'll slow down because at that point your deck's bouncing too and you're not getting an even cut.
Yeah.
And so I'll slow it down just a little bit, maybe like 6 miles an hour. And that seat, it never, I mean, if you're bottoming out the seat, you need to slow down. But man, it sucks up the bumps and it helps your spine. Now, it's not the most comfortable thing for your gluteus maximus, but for your spine, the Grammer seat does a great job.
Yeah.
You put a comfort seat on top of that system, oh my God. I'm telling you, I go spend $4,500 right now for 3 of those things.
Oh yeah. So actually, Ken, I watched a video of Randy. He actually tore one apart. And apparently, there's like that much like padding on, and that's why they're so hard. But I don't know. Randy's great. He's like knows everything about walkers. Like he just freaking tears stuff apart. Like I've watched his videos, and it's just crazy the stuff he does. And like I've met him a couple times now at the GIE, and he's like just I don't know. He knows what he's doing with the machines and that. And I don't know. I wish I knew how to do all that crap, but I don't. But
well, I tell you what, Ken, if you ever get out here to the great state of Idaho, it's on the West Coast, by the way. Oh, not exact West Coast. We're one state in. We're right next to Oregon. But if you ever get out here, I will throw you on my B's or my T if I have it with the regular comfort seat. And then I'll throw you on that H with the Grammer seat. And I will bring you to one of my 16-acre properties and say, mow this. And by the end of the day, you are going to love that Grammer seat when you're doing 8 and 10 miles an hour. You're going to say, oh my gosh, it is not comfortable. Your butt is not in the most comfortable position, but my spine is thanking me so much because it takes all the bumps and the jarring and the beating of all that crap right out of your spine. It's so nice. Yeah, if they put the comfort seat on the Grammer base with that spring action in there, dude, I'd probably fall asleep mowing.
oh. So
Yeah.
Ken, have you ever met Randy in person? I've met him twice now at GIE. Actually, when I first started my YouTube channel, he shouted me out because he started watching me. I'm like, I don't even know who he is, and I started watching his videos. And then GIE, all I heard was Scotty freaking running like Grant just gave me a big old hug. It's so funny. But then I talked to him again last year, and he's just so nice. And like he is a little bit arrogant at times, but like he knows what he's talking about. He's super friendly and like I like him. He's a great guy.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Yeah. So Ken, the H's come factory with a Gram seat. You can't even get a comfort seat on them. They come with Grams. The B's come with a comfort seat, or I think you can get the Gram as an extra. The T's you can get them too as an extra, but they come stock with the comfort seat. Yeah. Their lowest grade seat is the comfort seat now on all their mowers, and it's an excellent seat. Oh my gosh, I wish every manufacturer in the world would copy their seat. That's how good that seat is. That comfort seat is awesome. I spent $600 and put a comfort seat on my old B18. That's how much I love that seat. That comfort seat is so nice. It just doesn't suck up the bumps for your spine like the Gram does. So.
You know what? Honestly, when I got my B and I saw the comfort seat on there, I was so let down. Like, are you kidding me? I wanted the Grammer seat on this, but now I'm so happy. I'm so happy I got that.
Yeah, no, they're nice. They're nice. I will say though, we were talking about the horsepower of the Walker motors. The 23 is the smallest they make now. Interesting enough. Oh, sorry, you're going to watch my ceiling for a second. My old B18, the old worn out oil sucking million-hour motor that it's on there.
Yeah.
During normal mowing of grass, you can't tell the difference between that 18 and the new T27i.
Oh, wow.
The 18 has more than enough power to run that 48-inch mulch deck, and you can't tell the difference. It doesn't bog down at all. At all. The 27 doesn't bog down. The The 18 doesn't bog down. The only
Yep.
thing you notice the difference is that when you get into really, 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 really tall grass or heavy, heavy, heavy leaves that you're trying to mulch. But besides that, regular mowing, the 18 keeps up the 27 all day. Same deck, same exact deck.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm not, I mean, yeah, I like to get the biggest, baddest, best mower. What guy doesn't, right? Doesn't want more power. You guys gotta have power. But realistically, my stupid oil gulping 18 horse keeps up with the 27 and regular production mowing all day long. It's funny.
I jumped on the H at the expo last year. That thing is massive compared to the B. I'm like, holy crap, man. I'm like looking, I'm like, there's so much deck space. Their mower's so big. It's just like, it's
On
crazy.
which one?
The H.
Oh, that
I think
yeah.
it's
The thing is, you know, I wish yeah, you got to run the H at the GIE. They're huge. They're absolutely huge.
Yeah.
But man, they can flat mow.
Uh,
They can flat mow. Like I said, I'll go out and pound this one that's right by my house. It's 16 acres, and there's obstructions everywhere. So you're literally turning the whole time. And 16 acres I mow in 8 hours straight, just 8 hours. Now, my other facility that I mow is 6.5 acres, and I do that just a hair over 2 hours. So that's 3 acres an hour. And there's a little bit of obstructions there, and that property's pretty bumpy, so you got to slow down just a hair. But I think if I got the perfect property, which was not bumpy, smooth, no obstructions, I could probably get close to 4, maybe even 4.5 acres an hour with that thing.
oh, wow.
Yeah,
Man.
Scott, you got to come down, dude. I got to let you loose on that HMO big property. You're going to be
64?
64-inch rear discharge. Yeah,
Wow.
I've got two of those.
Man,
you are going to be grinning ear to ear. You're going to be smiling like a little schoolgirl the whole time.
I want a deck that big. I'd pound out so much grass. We'd be done our lawns in like quarter of the time.
We run it. I run it on 30-acre properties, 1/3 acre grass. Yeah, I mow with those 64s. Now they don't stripe as well as the B. That's for sure. But man, you can flat crank out some properties with them, and they look good. It still has the full floating deck, just like the B. So it's a nice, even, the Walker cut. You know what I'm talking about? The Walker cut. It still does the Walker cut. It just doesn't stripe up quite as well as the B. Not even close. But
does the deck have a power lift on it, or do you have to lift the deck manually?
You can get a power lift for it, but they don't. That's an option.
Yeah.
I don't get the power lift because I don't want to spend the money for it. They give you a big rod that's actually pinned to the front of the deck that you stick in and lift up, and it's not bad. I mean, come on, I'm an old guy and I can lift it up, right?
My 52-inch deck, every time I have to lift that, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's so heavy. So I was just wondering how much heavier that.
Oh, it's heavy. Yeah, it's heavy. You're lifting 75, probably 80 pounds getting it up. It's heavy. You got to get your feet in the right position and lift in the proper, position so you don't hurt your back. But it's not that bad. And it still has the same stupid little latch to hold the deck up.
That's crazy. Those little latches, like what they can hold up. It's crazy.
No, and I talked to Randy about it because Randy mows some big properties over there at Countryside.
Yeah.
I'm like, and he tried, he had the B. He was side discharging with the B, the 56-inch deck, I think. And then he sold the B, and he still has T, and then he went to the rights and the Skags and all this. I'm like, dude, you've got to find yourself an H with the 64-inch rear discharge. He's like, I don't think you can do it. We grow too fast. I'm like, Randy, I'm in the same zone you are. I'm just on the other side of the United States. We grow fast too. And in the spring and fall flush, we grow an inch a day. So we mow it. 7 days later, we mow it again. We're cutting off 7 inches of grass. I said, you got to try it. And he tried one at GIE, but he never really mowed with it.
You know what I told Randy?
I haven't convinced him yet.
So I go to Randy one day. I'm like, you've tried all these mowers, but you're always switching mowers up and you're never happy with one. I'm like, you need to just make your own mower. Because he's always switching mowers up and always buying and selling stuff. And he's always complaining about everything. And it's funny that he has not found that perfect mower that he actually loves, I think.
There is no perfect mower. We'll
Yeah.
never be content. So the garage is now a garage again, although it is my heavy maintenance shop. So if I got to rebuild a motor, I'm doing it here at the house. I'm not doing it in the shop. If I got to tear apart a gearbox on a deck, I'm doing it here at the house. I'm not doing it at the shop because I don't have all my big tools at the shop. I have my big tools here at the house. So light maintenance, scraping decks, sharpen blades.
Yeah.
Change the spark plug. I can do that at the shop. But for the heavy duty stuff, I'm still doing it here at the house.
Nice.
Just because that's the way it's set up for now. And I don't know how long we're going to have the shop. We may have it for 6 months. We may have it for 6 years. I'm not moving everything out there until I know. And there's a lot of backstory there that I can't tell you about. So.
And I dream of the day if I get a shop. I need a shop so bad. I've outrun this trailer park. And everything's stored outside. So we actually bought 37 acres, like 5 minutes from here. So my plan is to hopefully get a shop or garage or something out there. Hopefully in the next year or two, once I can save up enough money to build something, because I need to get all my stuff out of this place and not stored at my parents as well. I've got stuff at my parents' house as well. So.
Can the H's have dual 4.7? I think what's Walker tanks? 4.7 gallons, right?
I think so. They're pretty big.
So on the H's, they got dual tanks, and there's a selector valve you can switch from side to side. So you've got 9.5 gallons of fuel on there, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I can run through that in an 8-hour day.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I'm on my big 16-acre complex, I will use all that fuel in 8-hour day mowing that, because those big 38 horsepowers, they suck down a little bit more than a gallon an hour. The 27 is about a gallon an hour. Those 38s, nah, usually more than a gallon an hour. I can suck through that 9.5 gallons in 8 hours.
Our 27s are pretty good. I think we can usually go almost a full day on a tank. Plus, we have to fill it maybe once more. But it's really good on our gas. The B, I like it. It's pretty good.
So yeah, if I got to mow an 8-hour day, I got both tanks full, which is 9.5 gallons, 9.4, whatever it is, and then I also got I carry 10 gallons of fuel on each trailer too. And so usually an 8-hour day, if it's literally 8 hours of mowing like Mondays are, I'll stop midway through, because I'll drain one tank, switch tanks, and mow on that, and then I'll go back up and fill the other tank just so I have a little extra, well, a lot of extra, just to get me through the day. But yeah, we're mowing a lot of property, man. It ain't hop, skip, and jump, just a couple residentials. It's serious mowing.
Nice.
Serious mowing. And the sad part is it's a new commercial contract. I don't have permission to film on that property, so I can't show you on the videos. It's a big, expensive contract. I'm not going to jeopardize that for a $5 YouTube video. So I can't. Maybe I'll send you a private video, Ken, or something like that. But they're absolutely massive, dude. 16 acres, massive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, and so that's just one of them. And then there's a 6.5 acre, there's a 2.5 acre, and a 1.5 acre. And that all adds up to 25 acres. And then there's also a 3 little tiny areas, which are just pretty comparable to residential, 3 different ones. So yeah, it's a beast. It takes me to run through all 7 of those properties. It takes me about 14 hours, maybe.
Oh, wow.
13, 14 hours of mowing.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
You need to get that mower that Cameron has, the autonomous ZK.
Oh, the 72?
Yeah, I think so. He just sits in his truck. He just maps out the property, just boop, 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 and then he can go trim. I was talking to him about that at the expo. It's crazy that he can do that. It's great.
Yeah, I want to talk to Walker, and I'm going to say, okay, I got your 64-inch rear discharge decks. I absolutely love them. Could you please make a 72, 76 inch version of that and
Yeah.
put it on the H? If you could make a 4-blade, just like that 64-inch rear discharge, I would love it, especially on these huge properties.
Yeah. So when you
So,
talk to Walker, who do you deal with, or who do you talk
I've
to?
never talked to him. I wanted to talk to him.
Oh, do you want me to give you Tim's email? I'll give you
Yeah,
Tim's
right.
email. You can just email him. He's the marketing guy.
Oh my gosh.
Great. I'll give you Tim's email because I've got it. I can find it. Just give it to
I-
him. He
Scotty,
responds.
I want to go to their open house because they do it every year at the
Oh,
factory.
the factory day.
Yeah, in Colorado, and that's about a
bad.
10-hour drive for me.
I know. I'd have to fly there, and my wife's like, "You're not going to fly down there for one day." I'm like, "One day I'm going to. I'm going to fly down there. I'm going to stay there for 2 days and just tour the area and go to the factory day. I want to do that so bad, so bad. Like that's my dream. One day I want to go.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Can on my old B18, I have the clear tank too, and I think they're 3-gallon or 3.2 gallon. I can't remember. It's not very much. I know that. So I have the clear tank on my old B18. And yeah, as far as YouTube monetization income, I say this way: I make more money on a Monday morning before 8 a.m. than I make in a whole month off of YouTube. And I'm still drinking coffee, dude. I haven't even woke up yet, and it's 8 o'clock, and I already made more money than I did off of YouTube all month long.
At least you're monetized. I'm still trying to get monetized on YouTube. I'm still there. I know I'm not going to make much money from it, but that's my goal, to get monetized. So I make just a little bit of money from it. I actually made I made $100 before they switched to 4,000 hours thing. I made like $102 before they switched it over. I was like, and then like they ripped the money away from me.
I've been monetized for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, but I just don't make much off it. It's not, I wouldn't consider it income. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not in the business. I'm not in YouTube business. I'm in the mowing business.
Yeah.
There's a big difference there.
Yeah. Anyways, I was gonna say I gotta go. It's almost 10:30 here. I'm tired. I gotta wake up early again tomorrow morning. So it was
Yeah, Scotty. All right, buddy. You take care, and hope the season goes well. And
yeah,
we'll talk to you later. All right.
sounds good, buddy.
Bye bye.
See you, Ken.